Welcome back, students. Today I'm going to read you this book for Read Aloud. What do we have to do before we start the book? I hope you're all saying, take a sneak peek, right? Okay, so here we go. On the front, I see a boy, and it looks like it's just the top of his face, and there's some food on a plate. I see like some maybe potatoes, and I don't know, some chicken, and there's some peas. And the way his face looks, maybe, I don't know, he's like a little worried, like, I'm not sure, okay? And, so let's try to read the title, Night of the Veggie Monster. A veggie monster. There's a boy eating dinner, veggie monster. Let's look on the book, on the back, right? Let's see if there's something on the back. Oh, so there's the boy, same boy I think, on the floor, and he's reading a book that has some pictures of peas on it. And maybe he's next to the dining room table in his house. So I'm thinking that this book has something to do with a boy eating food, maybe eating dinner, because there's the dining table, and he looks kind of worried. And then, because we figured out it says Night of the Veggie Monster, I think it must have something to do with vegetables. Now, there's another part of a book that sometimes tells us more about the book. Sometimes on the back of the book, there's some writing, some words, and we call that the blurb on the back of the book. And for those of you who can already read really well, sometimes you'll want to read the blurb on the back of the book to get some more idea about what the book will be about. But you got to be a little careful, because sometimes I find when you read the blurb, or you read all of the blurb, it kind of gives away too much of the story. But still, if you can read pretty well already, you might want to read the blurb on the back of the book. But I think most first graders would not be able to read this. So we're not going to read this. We're going to get our clues for our sneak peek just from the pictures. So I think it's about this boy at dinner. Let's see. Night of the Veggie Monster by George McClements. And here is the title page. Night of the Veggie Monster, George McClements. And that's funny how the words are on the plate. And there's a fork and a knife. Okay. Ooh, and there's a bag of groceries, like a grocery bag with some pictures of vegetables in the top. Oh, it's interesting how the illustrator is used drawings of things and photographs and pictures, right? Because those are real pictures. That's broccoli, tomato, carrot, and is that parsley? Yeah? So the illustrator, oh, and if I think back to the cover, these are real pictures of food, but this is like a cartoon, like a drawing, right? So the illustrator, the person who did the pictures, which is the author also, used both. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay, so I can see that we are at the dining table, and the dad is bringing a plate of food. The boy already has his food. There's a glass of water. Okay. And the boy he looks a little concerned. The boy looks worried. Let's get started. Something terrible happens every Tuesday night. It's not the pork chops or the mashed potatoes. It all starts when I'm forced to eat. Time for another fun-filled hour. That's the dad talking. Peas! A whole 3 tonight. So in this book, there's the action of the story, but also sometimes the characters are talking with speech bubbles, right? Peas! My parents act as if I'm making it all up, but I'm not. Dad saying, I wonder how soon before he starts. Oh, it should be any minute now. Uh-oh, what are they talking about? What is going to start? They have no idea what one tiny pea does to me. Oh, that's like the picture from the cover, right? One tiny pea. Oh, wow. Now the picture zooms in for a real close-up of his mouth, right? With just the slightest touch. It begins. Oh, look at his face. And we're off. That's one of the parents talking. What begins? What's beginning? My fingers become all wiggly. Ah, I knew he would start with the fingers. As the pea rests in my mouth, my eyes begin to water. Oh, it's making him almost cry. My toes twist and curl up in my shoes. That's a new one. So I got to stop and think, because reading is thinking. So he ate the pea, and then all these things are happening. All these things are happening to him. It says that his fingers started to wiggle, his eyes started to water, his toes are twisting and curling up. Does that mean he likes the peas? No, it means he doesn't like them, right? Let's see. I squirm in my seat. I try to keep control, but the pea is too strong. I start to transform into a veggie monster, ready to smash the chairs, ready to tip the table, ready to... Great pork chops tonight. Gulp. I swallowed the pea. I actually swallowed the pea. It tasted all right, really. Oh my goodness, look over here. He even fell out of his chair. But after he swallowed the pea, he realized, not bad. Oh, now the parents are talking. Quite a performance this evening. I particularly enjoyed the toe curling. Well, I guess peas are okay, but there is still a danger. What more could happen? Because tomorrow is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we have broccoli. Here we go again. So here we are on the next night when he's going to have broccoli for dinner. So that was Night of the Veggie Monster. Wow, I really like peas and broccoli. I hope you do too. They're healthy, but some kids don't like one thing or another, right? So at the end of a book, I got to be sure to do something, right? Because I want to think back on the book. And I thought it was so funny, all the funny things that happened to him when he ate the pea, right? We talked about that, and what I also thought was funny, how the words were interesting. So it said his fingers were wiggly, and the words were wiggly. And then his eyes had some tears coming down, and water, the word water was coming down. And his toes were curling, so the words were curling up. Yeah, isn't that funny? That's like a funny detail that the author did for the book, right? So, I'm wondering what you would go back and do if you had read that book at home. What are you thinking about from that book? Anyway, that's it for today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Don't forget, you want to keep washing your hands, cover your coughs and sneezes, I forgot this one from yesterday. I have to remember all our good habits. You want to be sure to help your family around the house, right? Do a little reading, do a little writing, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.